Yo guys, what is going on? It is Royal here today, back for another episode of the Dungeon series, episode 5 already. Of course, if you guys want to come hop on and check out the Dungeon server for yourself, the IP is on your screen right now, royal.enchantedmc.net, and all of the Bedrock information is also linked down below in the description, because the server is Bedrock and Java compatible. Now, really quickly, I'm kind of pre-recording a couple videos in advance, so I'm going to throw a giveaway winner on the screen right now, just in case I did do a giveaway in the last video, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know at this point. And in today's video, we're gonna be giving away another 1,000 credits. All you have to do is come hop on and check out the server, and then comment your IGN down below. Dropping a like on the video would definitely help as well. If we could shoot for, like, I don't know, 130 likes, something like that. Matter of fact, if we get to 150 likes on today's video, I will give away 2,000 credits, 1,000 credits to 2 winners. Dropping a like on the video does also just help with, like, algorithm stuff. So for any YouTubers you guys are actually genuinely watching on, like, a consistent basis, if you enjoy their videos, definitely drop a like. It does help. It doesn't even have to be me, bro. I'm just saying in general. But anyways, guys, we're gonna hop straight into today's Dungeons episode. Last video, if you guys missed it, that was a very big video for the series, because we ended up pulling Universal 5, the best possible perk on the server. And in today's video, I'm going to be using the best rebirth strategy, and we're gonna be hitting rebirth at least level 75. Maybe I'll even go over that. It just kind of depends how much time I have to grind today. But today, I am hitting rebirth level 75. If I do slash G top real quick, we're still G top number 1. We're flying up in rebirths a pretty decent amount, but this guild right here, this is a very, very good guild. All right, Panda Snoopy, I think I played a couple maps with him before. I really know him on, like, prisons. Hypex was just on our Gen Island for gens. Mew, always a grinder. I think Alex is pretty, like, well known on EMC as well. I don't know, just a ton of good players, and they have 771 rebirths as a guild, which is crazy. They are beating us by 100 rebirths. So everybody on our guild is gonna have to do their part with rebirthing. If we take a look, Andrea Fi is 46, Eden is 75, Milking is 63, Murder 74. Wow, Murder has actually been grinding. Profile name 55, and then I'm at 50, but I can easily get past this, especially with the strategy that I'm gonna be showing off in today's video. Trapper Woo is at 48 rebirths, bro. That is insane. I've been really focusing on just leveling up my sword as much as possible and stacking up on currencies. So that's why my rebirth is kind of low at the moment. We have Tuck at 25, Squidward carrying the entire guild with 1 quadrillion souls and 104 rebirths. Sumo, 170 trillion souls, also rebirth leveled 100. So low-key, I'm not doing too bad on the guild, currency-wise. But I'm gonna have to pick up the slack in the rebirth department because I'm one of the lowest on the guild. Now, we are sword level 584. And guys, I completely forgot to hop on the AFK mob last night, so I did no AFK. Super, super unfortunate. I literally missed out on trillions of currencies, probably like 20-ish sword levels, something around there, and definitely some swings. Ooh, we actually did just hit 1,000,000 swings. Did we get anything from our milestones? Okay, 15 sword perks, which we do not need. I don't think anybody currently online needs my sword perks. I think everybody has 40% attack speed, but I don't know if Andrea Fi has gotten it, but he is not online at the moment. Oh my God, bro, I'm holding like 433 perk tickets for him. What the hell? But yeah, really quickly, we have 44 trillion souls. I think I'm gonna try and prestige Zombie Apocalypse twice. We cannot afford it, but we can almost afford it. Listen, Zombie Apocalypse is such a good currency enchant. I'm gonna save 3 trillion souls for that. Or wait, ooh, no, I can't, because we have unlocked new enchants. What am I saying? Bird Attack is a 50x damage multiplier. Let's go ahead and max it out for 9 trillion souls. We don't have turret just yet. That'll be at sword level 600, which we will definitely still get in today's video. And then Essence enchants, we have unlocked Molten, a 250x damage multiplier for 1.1 trillion essence is not bad at all. And we're getting close to unlocking Shadow once again at level 600. So I think I'm just gonna save some of my essence for that, unless... Ooh, I might not. Let's also come over here to Soul Greed. I think I can get a couple more prestiges of this. Bang. Well, oh, maxed out level, did that say? We fully maxed out Soul Greed, which means we can fully max out Essence Greed. That is huge. Now, let's hop into the strategy that we are going to be using in today's video. So we're going to be looking at a few enchants in specific to rebirth as fast as possible, and we're going to be applying a crystal for one of them. So I have been told, you guys know, I am playing with the #1 team on the server at the moment. Everybody on here is a top player, and apparently this has been a known strategy for multiple seasons, and I'm not gonna lie, I never knew about it. I mean, it makes sense. I just didn't think it would be worth to, like, even try. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, oh my God, look at this summary. 400 133 billion souls, 33 billion essence. That is nuts. Anyways, if we come over here, it is going to be an essence enchant that we are looking at in specific. And the two you want to make sure you have, I mean, it's really like three. I think rocket is going to get you more money. Basically, you want to focus the enchants that get you extra money whenever you get kills, because obviously the more money you are making, the faster you can upgrade your sword, the faster you can buy companions, and of course the faster you can rebirth. So cash right here has a 7% chance of proccing every single time you get a kill, and it will 5x your money. Now unfortunately, you can't prestige this enchant and you can't get an awakened version of it, but there's an enchant that pretty much does the same exact thing that you can do that with. Boom, that is going to be piggy bank. Already a 13.7% activation chance to 5x your money whenever you kill a mob, right? Well, with this, it actually has an awakened version of it, and if the awakened piggy bank procs, you literally get 50x your money from one kill. And 50x is nuts. And it does stack with cash. It stacks with the regular base piggy bank, I think. And it actually also stacks with cash. So I think that makes it a 55x. So listen, the strategy is going to be obviously max out this enchant and awaken it as many times as you can. We only got to level 5, but that's still very, very solid. And then what we're going to do is we are going to apply a crystal for piggy bank as well. Now, I haven't actually checked if I even have a decent crystal for piggy bank. So let me just kind of sift through these real quick. Oh, wait, hold on. We can just go to crystal filtering, boom, and then piggy bank. The best one we have is a 98%. Now that's fine, because even if I did have a 100%, I don't have any enchanted crystal dust to make it even better. But look, the enchant is currently at a 13.7% activation chance. We're gonna apply this crystal and see how much that increases. Now, if I take a look at our sword, that does mean we're gonna have to get rid of our laser boost right here, but that's fine because I know I have a bunch of good laser crystals. At least I think I do. We have a 95%er right here, so we'll drop 1% whenever we re-add laser. But for right now, I want to apply piggy bank for a decent amount of time. So we're going to delete our laser crystal right there, and then let's go ahead and claim the piggy bank crystal and then apply this to the sword. Boom, right here, 98% boost applied to the sword. Now let's go check the activation chance on piggy bank. It has literally almost a little more than what, doubled, or maybe doubled on the dot. 27% chance to activate piggy bank every single mob kill you get. And then on top of that, if the awakened version is proccing even more as well, that is going to 55x our money. And apparently this is a strategy that a ton of the top players use like every season, and I never knew about it. Like, obviously it should be kind of common sense, but I always thought it was more worth to just keep your currency enchants equipped. I don't know if I was selling the whole time. We're gonna try the strategy out for the first time this season, and let's see how fast we can make it to prestige level 75. Now, before we do that, I do also have 1.9 million shards. Kind of crazy. I think we go ahead and invest a little bit more into overload. Oh wait, do we have moments rest? Nah, let's max out moments rest real quick. Let's just max out. Okay, don't really care about the wizard enchant. Our pass is fully maxed out. We'll max this out. Zoologist, I feel like, is kind of good as well. Oh my god, wait, there's an awakened version of it, and it's super cheap for the beginner levels. Why not? And then the rest we will throw straight into dice, because this is a brand new enchant this season as well. Chance to instantly activate a random enchant you have unlocked. So we have 900,000 shards left over. That's only going to get us 40 levels, but we'll take it. Oh my god, wait, we unlocked Flash at level 600. Dude, I should have definitely saved at least some shards for that, because Flash is one of the best enchants in the game. It's all good. We'll make more. And with all that being said, I think it's time we start rebirthing. We are going to activate our money boosters and then our damage boosters. I think I'm going to do a time lapse for this as well, but if you guys ever get bored of the time lapses, just let me know. I just feel like some viewers like actually seeing some of the grinding process. So I'm not going to do it every single video, but I try to include some sort of grinding little time lapse just to show you guys that I'm actually playing in a couple videos. But yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop straight into it. Break the fire, chasing something true, caught in a bind. Maybe undo, maybe undo. And the silence could be better. Every motion falling flat. Had to leave you, had to leave you. Now your tide pulling me back. Like a fool that put you to work. With the pain you left still fresh. I can heal you, I can heal you. Wow. We didn't even grind for a full 2 hours. That's kind of what I was expecting. And we already hit Rebirth level 75. Absolutely massive. Now, if I check out my sword attributes, the reason why this was so huge is because, bang, we now have a 20% attack speed extra on top of our 40% perk, which means we are doing 60% more swings than like a regular base player. And then, of course, we do more damage. We get better enchant multipliers, better tool multipliers, the whole 9 yards, bro. Rebirthing is just really, really good on here. And rebirthing is also scaling with our lucky block ability right over here. So we might be making a ton of like perk tickets. I don't entirely know. And then that's also going to scale with our slash gifts. Maybe we can start getting some tier 4 totems from these slash gifts. That would be huge. Also, shout out to Milking, because if I check it out, we now have a tier 3 enchant totem. Milking had an extra and just gave it to me. If you guys watched the last episode, you know I had like a 0.04x enchant totem, which is basically useless. And now we have a 0.30x, much, much better. And we do have the rainbow skin on there as well. Could still use a better tool totem, but for right now, that's a massive upgrade. And if I take a look at our rebirth upgrade skill tree as well, we've maxed out the enchant proc upgrade, and now we have fully maxed out the souls upgrade as well. The next thing we'll start working on is going to be essence, but for right now, I think that's going to do it for the clip. I may still grind out a couple more rebirths off camera because I already have the piggy crystal on my sword. Now I could just take it off and like swap back to currency, but I don't know, if I already have it on, I might just kind of keep going with rebirths. And the thing is, I could also like maybe take off this frost mark, save it for 50 credits, and apply a 100% boost cash crystal. Actually, I think I'm going to do that, and we're just going to keep grinding rebirths. But I am going to save this just in case it's good for 50 credits. I mean, 50 credits is kind of nothing. If I'm going to be honest, I'm not playing for credits, so I don't actually care. I can just save all of my crystals like 24/7 and swap between rebirthing and then back to currency, all of that stuff. Now, rebirths are definitely getting a lot harder. Ever since we unlocked the new zone, those mobs have a ton of health. So maybe actually I'll grind up to sword level 600 real quick. We're only 4 levels away. Make that 3 levels away just to unlock 2 new enchants so we can do some extra damage. And bang, just like that, we're already sword level 603. We are leveling up so much faster with these attribute upgrades and perks. It's kind of insane. We should probably have a maxed out sword maybe in the next day or two, like 2 max, but I'm thinking really within the next day. So right here, we have just unlocked turret. Let's go ahead, fully max this out for 15 trillion. That is definitely getting expensive. And then we've unlocked shadow. We can't even max that out. Wow. Okay. Well, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and throw cash onto the sword, 100% boost. And actually, we're going to go ahead and get rid of Phantom Swarm as well and replace that with a Zombie Apocalypse crystal, because Zombie Apocalypse, you can prestige it and you can awaken it. It's not like you can't prestige this, but Zombie Apocalypse is just so much better. So we're just going to kind of beam this for right now. I'm not going to be making the most amount of currencies at the moment, but that's fine. We are so ahead on currencies anyway on G-Top that I don't really think I need to focus it. I just need to focus on rebirthing, and we're bridging the gap slowly but surely. So here we go, 99% boost on the Zombie Apocalypse. Don't mind if I do. And this is the setup right now. It's not the greatest, but this is obviously not going to be the final setup whenever we're like a maxed out player. Let me go ahead, take a cut, and I'm going to farm out some more rebirths off camera. Don't really know how many more I'm going to get or what I'm shooting for. I'm just going to grind. It would appear I've lied once again. It is now a couple hours later, and the family actually wanted to watch a movie, so I was legit watching a movie downstairs and setting a timer for every time the zone like respawned the mobs, and then clicking once again, and then going back downstairs, watching the movie, and then coming back. And I repeated the same process. But yeah, obviously I wasn't rebirthing during that time, and now we are sword level 741, which is fine, honestly, because that means we have even more damage enchants to go ahead and upgrade, and then I'm going to be rebirthing for the rest of the night. Trust me. So all of our soul enchants are now unlocked. Ash Rain right here. Surely we can max out. We have 113 trillion souls. Boom. And then we have Time Bomb. What does Time Bomb even do? Charges your dual sword faster for 10 seconds upon proc. That is actually super helpful. So let's get some awaken levels of this as well. I don't know what the awaken version of Time Bomb even does, but surely it's got to be decent. And now we have every single soul enchant fully maxed out. All we have to do is worry about prestiges and awakenings. If we go over to essence, we have almost 11 trillion essence as well. So let's make sure everything is caught up to date over here. Shadow, fully max you out. And ooh, there's awaken levels of it as well. It's really expensive, so I'm going to hold off on that. Thanos is 6 trillion essence just by itself, which means we are not going to have enough to max out Pandora's. Oh, wait, yes, we are. We're barely going to have enough to max out Pandora's box. Thanos was actually like way more expensive than that for some reason. And at sword level 750, we unlock penetrate. Dude, we're unlocking so many good enchants. But listen, that's that just made our sword a whole lot better. And if I take a look at the shard enchants, we did go ahead and already upgrade Flash to level 50 out of 100. And then we also have Guardian's Magic at level 31 out of 100, and this one. And the final shard enchant we won't unlock until sword level 800, and that's Amplify. And Amplify is like decent, but it's definitely not anything super crazy that you need urgently. So we're about, I want to say, 100 levels away from getting a fully maxed out sword and unlocking all of the enchants on the server, which is huge. But yeah, now officially let me go ahead and start hitting some rebirths, because I have been absolutely scamming. And finally, we are back online, and I don't know if you guys can tell by the change of scenery in our zone, but we have been rebirthing off camera, and I would say we've done a decent amount of grinding. All right, let's get out of F1. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. We are rebirth level 99, and we just hit sword level 801 as well, by the way, which means we have also unlocked some new enchants. I did fully max out Penetrate off camera. It was kind of a no-brainer to just max this thing out. It's one of the best enchants in the game, but we did just also unlock Dragon's Breath, and we can't even afford to max this thing out. Wow, we'll do 50 levels of it just so we can proc, because this is the highest damage multiplier in the entire game with 2,500x, and it's already procced. As you guys can see, the dragon flying through the zone. I think it just like it's supposed to breathe like fire or something onto the mobs. It does damage to all mobs, right? If I just take a look, inflicting damage on zone mobs. I just assume that means all of them, but maybe it doesn't. Also from grinding, oh my god, wait, this is huge. This is my first ever 1 trillion minute mark with souls. I didn't even have my dual sword ability active either. Hold on, that's actually kind of insane. And that was without a full entire like currency crystal setup. That's not half bad. But yeah, rebirth level 99. We're gonna go ahead and get to rebirth level 100 real quick and look at all of these lucky blocks I got as well from grinding. Let's just drop these down. 100 credits right there, 15 perk tickets, and I did get 3-star the world loot boxes as well from killing a boss, I think. Right there, more pet traits, a tier 4 totem box, we need that, a tier 3, and then more pet traits. So tier 3, completely useless. Tier 4, drop that down, and useless as well. I'll go ahead, drop down these star of the world loot boxes real quick. Probably not going to win anything we need out of them. Actually, we're definitely not going to. We're just looking for like extra skins, I guess, so we can maybe sell them for some credits. Let's take a look. Another wizard set. Dude, I don't know what is with me winning this many wizard sets. It's kind of insane. We do also have a whopping 70 trillion souls. Let's prestige laser a couple of times. I don't want to spend all of my souls because obviously I need to save currency for my shops. We're also one of the highest rebirths on the guild now. I know Eden has like an insanely highly level sword. He's been grinding all maps, so I think he said he was going to start rebirthing tomorrow. He'll definitely pass me right up because he's at like sword level almost 1500, I think, which means he has all of the enchants and he has a ton of crystal slots. But everybody else, like, they're pretty much 75 across the board. I'm about to hit 100. I'm just waiting to kill this dam. Honestly, I can just go down a zone, kill this, and then upgrade my sword. This is a way faster strategy. Sometimes I'm just a little lazy because bang, just like that, we are ready to rebirth level 100. As you guys can see, the rebirth bundle and the rebirth milestones right there. I haven't really claimed my rebirth milestones. We have some credits in here. We have totem skin boxes, more loot boxes, 5 million shards. I mean, sure, not half bad. We'll take it. A bunch more sword perks right here. Very, very solid progress, guys. In the next video, I want to become one of the top rebirth players, like get on the rebirth leaderboard. So I think that's like at least top 10. But for right now, I think I'm gonna AFK for some currency so that way I can keep all of my shops going at the maximum best price. Once again, if you guys do want to come sell to my shop, you guys already know what to do. Player warp, visit Royal K9, TP on over to the shop if you guys do want to sell any candles, any crystal boxes, any enchanted dust, totem skins, and of course auto fighter time. But auto fighter time is the hardest thing to buy. But yeah, if you guys do sell to my shop, no matter what you sell, it is greatly appreciated and definitely helps me out in the series and helps me become more overpowered on the server. So again, shout out to everybody helping out the videos, helping out the series. It is greatly appreciated. But I think that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today's video. This strategy, I would say, is pretty insane. If you guys do want to rebirth, I would definitely look into getting yourself a cash boost and a piggy bank boost and just going crazy. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy today's episode, make sure you guys drop a like, sub if you guys are new. Obviously, come check out the server with royal.enchantedmc.net. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next episode of the Dungeons series.